Good morning to all of you that are tuning in on Instagram and Facebook. My name's Tanja. I'm a peak performance specialist. Typically, I work with real estate and property professionals, but we have a lot of people tune in that aren't in that industry and are in multiple industries. Wow, so a lot has happened in the last 24 hours, certainly here in Australia. We have now been issued with a request to lock down. So that's what's happening. Well, I'm going to have to repeat that. Good morning, Kate Ashton. How are you, my friend? Good morning to those of you who are just joining in on Instagram. I forgot to press the live button. How are you going, Kate? Happy Monday. Here we have seen times like this in my life. Good morning, Amy, and neither of my kids. It's all terrain and my kids. It feels like we're in a movie. It's so weird. It's so unusual. But this is the time more than ever where we need to invest ourselves. Great to see you, Greg. Hey, Kelly, great to have you here. First of all, thank you for choosing to drop in and spend your time and energy with me. I am all here for you. And today I want to share with you 10 really simple and easy ways that we can all elevate our state of mind and our immune system. And these are ways that we're just going to give us incredible access to improve our individual capacity to rise above changing and challenging times. I have no time for this morning, but I'm making myself hear this message. I need this today. Yeah, Greg, give us an update. So as we know, well, certainly here in Victoria, the Victorian government have issued a lockdown that's effective as of tomorrow. It means you can still access essential services, meaning supermarkets, doctors, pharmacies. In Tom Panos's rant last night, he say that he's checking with the appropriate people to find out whether real estate comes with essential services. But listen, this is the time to really stay indoors and to stay home and to take care of yourselves. The Australian government is also spending an incredible amount of money re-injecting into the economy and local business. We know that the Reserve Bank has reduced interest rates to 0.25. Let me say that again, 0.25, and there will be some tax relief, rental relief, and mortgage payment relief. So I'm going to do some more research today on exactly what that is. Hey, Amy, waiting to hear if my auctions can go on. Yeah, so on Tom's rant last night, he was saying auctions are unlikely to happen on Saturday, but you can bring them forward this week. So now is a time of deep uncertainty for many, and I want to begin this saying I love you, and I acknowledge there may be a lot of fear, uncertainty, as I said before, concern and stress about your future and your livelihood and how you're going to basically survive. I personally have a lot of friends who are entrepreneurs and business who have they're very successful, and some startups down. So they are facing like real life situations. But here's what I believe in more than ever. We have the unbelievable ability to innovate, to pivot, to morph, and to create out of changing and challenging times. Our capacity to creative is far greater than we give credit for. But I don't want to even talk about that yet until I just spend the time to acknowledge if you have personally been affected through being laid off, through having to close your business down, to having to fire people or let people go and make some of the toughest decisions that you've ever had to make in life. I feel you. Much love, and I'm here for you, like genuinely here for you. If you need an independent resource that has a level of skill and mastery in mastering your mind and giving you access to personal empowerment, I want you to know I'm here for you. You can reach out to me via DM. You can send me a message. Email me at tanja@tmjcoaching.com.au, and I will be of service to you by just providing some support, lending an ear, being available as best as I can. Okay, just to give you a hand. G'day. So I'd love you to all type in, if you're not driving, one word to describe how you're feeling right now. Jacinda, great to have you here, my friend. All right. So today's message, and just write down one word. And if you're watching this live, type in live. If you're watching the record, type in the record. Let's do this together. So I'm going to unpack with you 10 ways to elevate your mindset and your immune system at this time. And the whole intention of this is to elevate and improve your individual capacity. Your individual capacity to deal with stress, to effectively problem solve, to make bold decisions, to be sustainable in your health and vitality, and play the long game in this situation. Hey, Karen, and hey, Rochelle. Thanks for letting me know that you are here. What's one word to describe how you're feeling? Please be as honest as possible. So I've written here on my whiteboard 10 ways to elevate your mindset and your immune system. I've got 5 for the mindset and 5 for the immune system. Let's start with the immune system. System is a system in your body that keeps you healthy and vital, keeps all of your function, your endocrine system, respiratory system, organ function, lymphatic system, endocrine system, I think I may have said that, reproductive system, all of your systems, because we're amazing. It keeps it vital and healthy, and it helps combat virus and disease. So in stress, people will tend to go to substances to escape, and those things will significantly reduce your immune system. But the biggest thing that affects our immune system is stress. Now, it's fair to say we are facing very stressful times right now, but stress is a choice. Change is inevitable, but stress is a choice. And I want to equip you with some simple ways to reduce your stresses. Live, I can't pinpoint how I'm feeling. It will come. Thank you, Greg. That's really honest. Morning, Brooklyn. I feel like I've been preparing for this time, managing my mind the best I ever have. Kelly, boom shakalaka, a very empowered frame of mind. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. So if you've got pen and paper, write these down and really take a look at what could you implement today? Like really, what could you implement for yourself to ride this wave? Okay, and I'll be doing it there with you. All right, number 1. The first tip in how to elevate your immune system, my friends, is sleep. When we sleep, our body goes into its natural ways to elevate our health. The toxins at certain times over the time that we are sleeping, the organs work at specific times in times that we are sleeping. I think it's around 3:30, 4 o'clock is when our liver starts to flush out the toxins from the day before. If you're someone that has woken up often around 3:30, 4 o'clock, that's because your liver you up. It's releasing maybe alcohol, maybe stress, maybe fear, maybe anger. At certain times in the night, it could be your body's internal organic alarm clocks going, I'm doing some work. Whoa, I woke myself up. Interesting thing. So number 1, reduce stress is to be present. If you are stressing about the future unknown, good morning, Lou and Sarah, then it will significantly reduce your immune system. So stress less and sleep more. Self-isolation down, it's not the time to be binging on Netflix, although it's a great time to watch Netflix and whatever, but it's not the time to be binging on Netflix till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and compromising your parasympathetic nervous system's ability to chill and rest and restore. Now is the time to catch up on some deep sleep and stress less, because when we are stressed, we elevate the body's hormone of cortisol. And cortisol is the hormone, the stress hormone that has us run away from a saber-toothed tiger that's chasing us. And when we are in constant states of stress and overproducing levels of cortisol, that significantly reduces our immune system, which means it makes us susceptible to catching viruses and disease. So I know it's really simple, and listen, I promise you, nothing I'm going to say right now is going to be rocket science or life. It is going to be a loving reminder of what we need to do to increase our individual capacity to mentally and physically ride this wave of change. Okay, that's the best we can do. So stress less, sleep more significantly elevates our immune system. The second way to elevate our immune system is to eat fuel, not filler. Make sure you are really increasing your fresh vegetables, fruit, proteins, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats. Because that will give you all the nourishment and nutrients and minerals and vitamins that you need to improve your immune system. In times of stress, we get slack and sloppy with our health. We eat on the run. We avoid meals. We increase coffee or caffeine, and we can reach for the bottle. And so when you're drinking alcohol or when you're drinking, it suppresses the body's appetite. So uh, now is the time to really look. You've got the time now. Look at your fridge and look at your pantry and ask yourself, what percentage of this is fuel, enriched, vital food, and what percentage of this is overproduced, packaged food with minimal nutrients, and start to make really better buying decisions when you can get to the supermarket, which is you can do it. Number 3, reduce or eliminate toxins, smoke, and alcohol. So I made a decision last night. I am alcohol free right now. And don't get me wrong, I bloody love a spicy margarita. I don't know why I'm sounding like Paul McCartney all of a sudden, but I love a spicy margarita. And hey, Louise, hi, I'm Fairy Mary, and I love a glass of red. But I've made the decision last night to reduce all toxins. I don't anyway, and I don't take drugs, but no alcohol for me. Now, it is proven that excessive alcohol consumption significantly reduces the immune system. It is proven that smoke and toxins reduce the respiratory system function, which puts us at risk. The reason I'm choosing to be alcohol free, nice one, Louise, and I have zero judgment for those that drink, because I had wine this week. Nights I was drinking red wine and loving it. However, I'm choosing it not because I'm anti-alcohol, but I'm choosing it because this time for me, this lockdown period, I am going to reinvent myself and my health. I'm going to take myself on like never before. Thankfully, no judgment either. Exactly. Good on you, Lou. I'm like never before. And I'm going to elevate my health. And the girls and I were sitting on the couch, 2 teenage girls, exploring ways that we can really look after each other. And so they've started with, apple cider vinegar shots, and we're going to do cooking together every single day. I went and did 2 massive big food shops this week, all fresh, natural, healthy food. So reduce toxins, smoke, and alcohol, because those things significantly suppress our immune system and make us susceptible to respiratory issues and infections. Number 4, if you can get to a really great homeopath or naturopath, like my friend Louise Sheilings in North Balwyn here in Victoria, get yourself some good probiotics. Probiotics, so when your immune system is low, or if you have been sick and you've taken antibiotics, we all know it eliminates all the good guys, the good bacteria in our gut, and that good bacteria in our gut actually fights off infection. Now, 85%, by the way, I am not a medical professional, it's just study, right? So this is not just general advice to educate ourselves. 85% of our immune system exists in our gut. So our gut has a good gut flora. It really puts us in a supreme state of health. Now, smoke, as in, smog, smoke, poor quality air, toxins, stress, high levels of cortisol, poor quality of food, cigarette smoke, alcohol, drugs, medication, all of those things, antibiotics, strip all that good gut flora out of our system. So getting a good probiotic restores the good guys, which improves our gut health. Are you in lockdown in Oz? Yes, certainly here in Victoria, we are in lockdown in Oz, Louise. Louise, are you in New York? Because I know you're a new viewer. Thank you for tuning in again. I think last week was your new week. Your first week. From memory, you're based in New York, and I think I read that there is a person dying every hour in New York. Sorry, London. Great. I don't know what the statistics are in London, but hey, Louise, thanks for tuning in again. Here, can everyone say hi to Louise, who's tuned in from London, and hi to all of you that are down here. How's the environment? Kelly's written here, I'm alcohol free at the moment too, but was thinking future. My daughter is 16, and at the end of April, I should grab a bottle of wine today. Yeah, well, free will, it's choice, absolutely what you do. Good morning. Thank you for sharing. You're so welcome, Melissa. So get yourself some good probiotics. I'm not myself typically a fan of the versions that are sold in supermarkets or in pharmacies. I like a reputable health dispensary or a reputable homeopathic, what's it called? Naturopathist. Yeah, naturopathist. I think that naturopathist. I'm making up my own language now. Go live. Jackie, beautiful. How are you, my love? Okay. Kate Ashton from regional Victoria says hi and has a beautiful smiley face for you, my love. So please take probiotics. That's going to replace the good gut flora in your system. And number 5, which is going to be changing a lot here in Australia, get some vitamin D. Vitamin D significantly increases our immune, lowers the impact of respiratory issues, or lowers the susceptibility of respiratory issues. Really great when the sun does come out, as my eldest daughter did yesterday. Get a blanket and go and lie in the backyard, especially pets if you have pets, and soak up some good vitamin D. If you are in a climate that doesn't have a lot of sunshine at the moment, lots of hellos for you. Kelly Smith says hello. Louise Holistic Home says hello. Good morning, Sean. Great to have you here. Then go and get, when you're at the naturopath or getting some homeopathy, get some good quality vitamin D. Okay, all of those things. Stress less, sleep more, eat fuel, not filler, reduce or eliminate at this time toxins, tobacco smoke, and alcohol. Get some probiotics and also get some vitamin D in your system. Louise is saying all cafes, pubs, cinemas, restaurants are closed. Some only doing takeaway. Pretty much what's happening here in Australia. What's the best time of day to take probiotics? I don't know if there is a best time of day. I think it's, for me, I take all of my stuff in the morning. Okay, so, and for probiotics, often it's required that you keep them in the fridge so the culture stays alive. So a lot of people don't know that, and they spend hundreds of dollars on this and put them in the pantry. Hey, Steve, we've got the Baileys in the house. Louise, all over 70s are on. So all over 70s are on lockdown. Anyone high risk? But I've had info tonight that we should all be in lockdown. Yes, we are too. Hi everyone. Good morning to you all, says Louise from London. Okay, so there's my top 5 bits of information to boost your immune system, to reduce your attractiveness to respiratory issues. So that, because those that are susceptible to respiratory issues are the ones that virus is going to hit really hard, including my daughter Kaya, who had pneumonia, potentially tuberculosis. So we are on full lockdown. I'm the only one leaving the house. Okay, here we go. 5 ways to elevate your mindset. Also, don't underestimate the power of our mind. You and I, you've heard me say this before, for those, we think 60 to 90,000 thoughts a day. 90% of them are the same regurgitated thoughts a day, and 80 negative. More than ever now is going to be when our mindset is challenged, because fear of the unknown, fear of uncertainty, stuck in survival. How am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to buy food? I don't have any toilet paper. Really, it's real life coming at us, and stress is a choice. So I invite you. Hey, Mama Stone, great to have you here. Louise from London says, manage our mind, so important right now. I am a geek about mindset mastery, and as Mama Stone, Lael Stone, will confirm, because she's in that space as well. This is the CEO, the Chief Energy Officer of our entire life. And we can either be in an empowered state of mind, positive, or we can be in a disempowered and fearful state of mind. There are only 2 lanes in life, my friend, and I'll keep this really simple. There's the lane of love, where you just you love, you put your energy in what you love, you visualize and affirm, and you meditate, and you speak about and think about what you'd love, good opportunities for new endeavors to make money, deep relationships, vitality, laughter, joy. Like, what would you love at this time is what you want to be asking yourself. And then there is the lane of fear. And it is absolutely normal for us to have heightened states of fear right now. But as I said last week, when you break of fear down, fear means false evidence appearing real. Now, in this situation, I want to say a little caveat. There's a lot of evidence appearing real right now. There's a lot of industries that are significantly impacted. Hospitality, travel, cafes, bars, clubs, services. And there's a lot of people that have been laid off. There's a lot of business owners that have had to let people go. And this is going to elicit our fundamental survival need. So fear is real for many people right now. But I want to give you some strategies to reduce the fear, put you in that lane of love and that lane of empowerment, because fear is going to significantly reduce your immune system as well. Emily says, I've started watching the news again. I had to rid myself of this. Yes, I've been watching the news too, but I've been watching, it's a Corona channel, BBC, remember its actual title, and it's just giving more kind of factual information rather than the sensationalized stuff. There's some stuff online that is so over sensationalized that it's going to lane of fear for sure. So 60 to 90,000 thoughts a day, 90% of them are the same regurgitated thoughts as before, and 85% of them are negative. My friends, the best thing you can do for yourself right now is to observe the quality of your thoughts. And if they're fearful thoughts, please catch them and catch every single thought and actually just go, okay, cool. Is that thought? Think about it this way. This is a little metaphor that I like to use. If the universe is a kitchen and every thought that you have is a docket, is an order being sent to the cosmic kitchen of life, and you're making your requests, are you ordering food you actually want to consume? Because the thing you want to know about around thinking and the universe is the universe doesn't say, Louise, no, you don't want to order that thing. You don't want to order fear of not having enough money, because we don't have the ability to discern what's a good meal or a bad meal for you, Louise. We're just going to give you what you're asking for. And if you think you're thinking, if you know you're thinking fearful thoughts of what you don't want, the universe will just send you where the energy is. So if you've got a lot of energy and fear and thoughts being sent to the universe, it's going to go, okay, and bring you exactly what you're thinking about. Does that make sense? Louise says, be careful what you're listening and reading. Exactly. And not only in the news, but in between our ears. So if the universe is a cosmic kitchen of life, and every thought we have, we are placing an order from the menu of our experiences, the kitchen is going to send you whatever you're ordering. So my invitation is, be mindful what you're ordering, my friends. Be mindful whether you're ordering healthy, vital abundance or fear, scarcity, and stress. Emily, what we think about, we bring about. 100% words. Sylvia, she's some people here. Hey, Sylvia, thank you so much. I really appreciate you sharing the love. Now, the best way to interrupt automatic thinking, those 60 to 90,000 thoughts a day, is meditation, my friends. I bang on about this all the time. Meditation is where it's where we detach from thought, because let me explain to you that every single thought that you think over and over and over and over becomes a belief, and that is literally neurological pathways hardwired in our brain to fire chemical responses, peptides in our brain, to create situations and emotions to be right about our crappy circumstances. So this is the CEO, the Chief Energy Officer. We have to interrupt the fearful thinking and patterns. Louise says, I had a little panic earlier, but took 10 deep breaths, which helped. Yes. Because when we're afraid, we get out of our body. We're in shock. We're out of our body, or we're stuck and trapped in our body when there's trauma. We either disappear or we get stuck in here. And when we meditate, we calm everything down to arrest and restore parasympathetic nervous state, rather than the saber-toothed tiger, highly cortisoled, I'm got to run in the cave of life state. Louise has also said, I've upped my meditation the last 2 weeks. It's amazing being doing some visualization. Amen to that, yes. So meditate, my friends. If you've never done it before, I recommend space. I'd love to hear your suggestions on what you do to meditate. I particularly love Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditation. He's got some great pineal gland meditations. They do go for about an hour and 30 minutes. What if you want to significantly supercharge your immune system? Damn, go and do that. Or you can get his app. There's so much available on YouTube, and yeah, please make sure that you really meditate, detach from the automatic thinking, and focus on what you love, not what you're afraid of. Kelly says, I've been doing sleep meditations before bed. Insight Timer is an amazing app. Well said, Kelly. Good on you. The sleep meditations are amazing because they actually work on the subconscious brain when, pardon me, you're asleep. So your brain is being rewired and working, and you're just laying there. Isn't that great? While your body is also eliminating toxins from the day. Yeah, you're really welcome. Okay, number 2, how to elevate your mindset in this time of great change. Eliminate and educate. Eliminate drama. Eliminate chaos. Eliminate craziness. Eliminate the amount of sensationalized media that you may be consuming, because it can be addictive. And channel or reputable media that is reporting on the latest stats of coronavirus that doesn't have all the drive stuff. Melissa Turner, Daily Calm app is awesome. Thank you, honey. Appreciate it. Anyone else got meditation apps or devices or tools that they want to share with us? Eliminate and educate. Eliminate the chaos, the over sensationalized, and educate yourself with reputable resources. Eliminate negativity. Eliminate drama queens and drama kings. People like to hang out and over sensationalize because it also provides a level of excitement and entertainment, and they're unconsciously co-creating an energetic field and a frequency of suffering, suppress the immune system. So please be mindful, your vibe attracts your tribe. And if you're hanging out with people that are spiraling down the emotional quicksand of coronavirus and all the implications that we're currently facing, then they are going to bring your immune system down. But they don't bring your choice. So now is the time to actually say, and how do you, let me get some practical magic for you. If you're in a conversation with people and they are talking about, the stress and the struggles and whatever, just notice, is this conversation elevating your state or reducing it? So you can actually, you've got a couple of choices. You can either walk away, which for some people feels rude. You can, hey, Suzanne Kalagari, my cousin, how are you, beautiful? Your cooking stuff looks amazing on Instagram. Oh my God, I just want you to send it all to me. So you can walk away from toxic conversation and toxic people who are just spiraling down the emotional quicksand of life. You can interrupt the conversation or interject the conversation by saying, hey, so why don't we talk about what we can do? And this is a really important point. There are things that are outside of our control, and there are things that are absolutely inside of our control. So we can't control what's happening externally other than self-isolation, so we reduce the risk of infection and passing it on. But we can't control a lot of things that's happening in politics, in government, with lockdown, but we can control our responses. We can control what we think about it and how we feel about it. We can control consumers not engaging with products and services or our business, but we can control whether we see this as the end of the world and life as we know it, or whether this is an amazing opportunity to innovate and come up with a way to add value and come up with a way to solve problems and come up with a way to add benefits to people like never before. I reached out to two industry, I had one reach out to me on Friday, and I reached out to another industry network that has 45,000 members, and the other one that reached out to me has 34,000 members on Friday. So on Friday, potentially access to 70,000 people, because we're looking at ways to educate and train and elevate people online. Okay, so I'm not here going, oh, okay, well, yeah, all my speaking and training gigs are, postponed for the year, and there goes that percentage of income, and starting to get fearful about what my clients might do because they don't have the discretionary spend. No, those thoughts have not entered my brain. I'm just like, pivot, morph, Now, what do I do? How can I be of service? How can we take this online? How can I connect? How can I add more value? How can I solve problems? How can I answer this? Hey Dee, you looked amazing in your virtual wedding photos yesterday, I think it was, or on the weekend. So, Michael Ninchke, g'day. Leaders, I'd love to hear from you. What are you doing? Who's closing up shop? Who's taking all of their services indoors? And what are you doing? So, eliminate drama and educate yourself. Now is the time to dive into the library and fill what's going on in here with empowering, positive stuff, whether that's autobiographies, whether that's mindset mastery, whether that's innovation, whether that's just you want to escape from all the problem solving you've had to do and read a good novel. Get back into reading great books. Hey, Michael, I know you love your books. What are you reading right now, my friend? Aisha says, but I hope we can do online. Finding alternatives, exactly what we need to do. So the second step to elevating your mindset is eliminate the drama, the chaos, the stress, the swirl, and educate. And be a stand in your community, be a stand in your family, be a stand inside of your four walls of self-isolation. If the people that are there are talking about the stress and the drama and the chaos and the swirl and bringing the, I'm not saying pretend everything's fine and put icing over a poo pie. I'm saying inquire whether what you're thinking about and speaking about is elevating your state and your immune system or suppressing it. And that's a choice that you have. The Holistic Home says, I've created an online membership to connect community and share professional advice. Boom, look at that. Great innovation. Yes, that's exactly what I've been doing. For 2 years, I've been talking about taking my training online. For 12 months, I've been talking about creating an online masterclass. If Jackie and Steve are still on, we are working on it this week as we speak. So this is where people can come together and actually help each other connect and grow. Louise, yes. Can anyone give me any tips on alternatives? I am a London taxi driver and have had to stop work. I want to keep busy. Wow, I'd love to see what the team that are online now come up with. Kelly, the universe is kicking you in the butt and to get you online. That's exactly how I see it, Kelly, 100%. I want to do a shout out to my girlfriend, Fairy Mary from Little Creatures. She has a kids play center in North Baldwin, and she's had to close that business down, but she's chosen to use that space as a studio now to do virtual play activities, and has a schedule from Monday to Friday. Monday, today is the first day, live art and craft. So this is like, if you can imagine, play school for kids, online live content every day. So a great recipe for mums and dads out there that need content that's safe, educational, and informative. So there's a sign of elevating. Louise, listen. When starting a new business, there's what's called the hedgehog principle. The hedgehog principle is, I know, Kelly, isn't that amazing? So hook her up. Go and see my friend on Instagram and Facebook. Little Creatures, that's Fairy Mary, Little Creatures, on play activities. Perhaps you could help with transporting takeaway food orders. There you go. Holistic Home, Louise. I've got a small, so Holistic Home, Louise is saying perhaps you can just be a vehicle. You know what? There's an idea. People are in self-isolation, including you, but I don't know what these services are in London. Could you be a personal delivery service? Like maybe someone's got an elderly person in, one part of London, and the family's made a big batch of chicken soup. Could you deliver it? I don't know. I don't know what the legal and health ramifications are, but you've got a cab, you've got a car, people are going to need stuff. Maybe you can be a toilet paper deliverer. I don't know, but how funny, I've actually started to apply for a driver job. Yes, things are going to be needed to be transported, but communication of your service is what's going to be critical, Louise, because people need to know that you're there. Okay, it's like, I have been recently separated about 11 months now, and I needed some big kind of handyman stuff like a daybed built, and I hired a hubby. That's such a great business name. Hire. Not that it needs to be a man to do those services, but I needed a hand, right? Have a go. Thanks, Tanja. Oh, no worries. Have to go, she said to Amy. You're very welcome, Amy. Thanks for single week. Wow, we're gone about 35 minutes. So come up with creative name for your driving business and make sure it's catchy and punchy and easy to communicate. I've also a part of my estate community. I'm also a part of my estate community. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, says Louise. So, number 3, the third thing to elevate your mindset is affirm. Affirmation is key. Be careful what you think and say, for you are listening. So, every single thought and that you think or belief that you have is building neurological pathways in your brain to be hardwired and fire to either create or destroy. So, affirm. If you are saying to yourself, these are the worst times in the history, then that is going to be what your mind looks for. If you affirm that this is an exciting time, this is a time to heal, this is a time to cleanse, this is a time where I'm going to come alive, this is the time where I'm going to innovate, then your brain will start to look for ways to fulfill on what I'm speaking about. So affirm positivity. Now, I'm not saying if you've just lost your job, it's like, I've got a job, because that's kind of putting icing over a poo pie. But it's like a perfect job with the perfect conditions is on its way to me. Or I'm going to create an opportunity to make a difference and make money in these times. I trust myself to pay. So be creator of your. Neil, g'day, great to have you here. Fiona and Mandy. Number 4, exercise. I can't go to the gym at the moment, so I'm choosing to do a program called V-Shred at home. It's a program I bought ages ago. I start today and I'll be training every single day in my home and still walking the dogs. No excuses to get fat and lazy and unhealthy because we're in lockdown. As I said, I'm choosing to cleanse. I'm choosing to not drink alcohol. I'm choosing to let this time be a personal transformation and reinvention. Exercise elevates serotonin and dopamine, the feel-good hormones that also really cortisol, which is the stress or flight hormone. Stress, fight or flight, cortisol will significantly reduce your immune system. I'm going to say that again. Cortisol, which is the hormone of stress, and fear and worry and concern reduces and suppresses our immune system, making us more susceptible to respiratory and disease. Hey Mandy, how are you, my love? So exercise, even if it's just 20 minutes a day. Exercise has been so helpful, says Louise, and she's given us all hands. And number 5, be grateful. There's going to be a lot of change. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to give you absolute reason to panic and worry and stress out. Having an attitude of gratitude will elevate your altitude, and it will give you access to improve your immune system and make better decisions. There is still plenty to be grateful for, including the phenomenal future that all of us. Now is the time to use the quality of our thoughts and words in ways that we may never have before. But I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If you are listening to this and going, yeah, Tanja, but I've just lost this and this has happened and this has happened and this has happened, and you feel like you got nothing to be grateful for, then you're the person that needs to give me a call. And I am here to listen, I am here to be of service, and I am here to provide whatever I can to remind you that you are the creator of your reality. You are not a victim of circumstance. Stress is a choice. Change is inevitable. Now is the time for us to find the greatness within and reflect that in others. Please start these 10 ways mindset in your immune system. A quick summary before I sign off. 5 ways to elevate your immune system. Stress less, sleep more. Number 2, eat fuel, not filler. Take a look in your pantry and your fridge. Number 3, reduce or eliminate toxins, smoke, and alcohol. Number 4, take probiotics, boost that gut. 85% of your immune system exists in your gut. And number 5, get some vitamin. Go out in the sun for 10 to 15 minutes a day, or when you go to your naturopath, get some vitamin D, because that will elevate your immune system. Mindset, number 1, meditate from thought. Number 2, eliminate and educate. Eliminate shitty conversation, stress, worry, over sensationalized media, and educate yourself. Read, listen to podcasts, have conversations with in people. Number 3, affirm who you are, what you're capable of. Affirm the future that is coming to you that's going to be even better than you have imagined. Affirm what it is that you love. Number 4, exercise in the comfort of your own home. No, you don't even need anything. You can do it butt naked if you want to. Increase your serotonin and dopamine by moving your body. And number 5, be grateful. Have an attitude of gratitude. It'll elevate your altitude. There is so much greatness and power within you. And if you have to make big and tough decisions and have to let people go, speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. When you're the deliverer of difficult information, remember you're a human talking to another human. So speak from the heart. Let them know this is the hardest decision you've ever had to make. This is the hardest conversation you've ever had to have. And you wish you didn't have it, but it's a conversation that has to happen. Don't just deliver the message. Connect people with. Mandy Wilson, day 10 in lockdown for my daughter and I hope you're going well. G'day Brendan, great to have you here. Look, so much to be grateful for. Doing daily gratitude lists with my kids too. Yes, yesterday sat up and we each shared 3 things that we can do to keep having fun, to keep learning, to keep connected and keep empowered. And so we're going to do that with each other. Each night we're going to do something different. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing with my hair, but anyway, hi. Tuning in. I love well. I'll be back for Rapid Fire Friday this Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you need me, if you need to hook me up, DM me on Instagram, send me a message, DM me on Facebook, email me at Tanja, Tanja, at tmjcoaching.com.au. I'm working behind the scenes to get a lot of content online and to build a group to support each other. So stay tuned. That's what we're working on right now. If you have any ideas, if you have any ways and you have any requests for content, for information, for tools and resources, please let me know. And can. These are times when we will rise and thrive, my friends, I promise. In the words of the late, great Maya Angelou, people will forget what you said. They'll forget what you did, but they'll forget how you made it. Go make yourself and others feel great today. Greg, I'm thinking of you. I love you and all the best you need to have, my friend. Look after yourselves. And I hope to see you Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care. Much love.